Hello you beautiful people. This video is a highlight reel from my last stream of me taking some of the pictures that you can find on my Instagram page. My challenge for this stream was to complete pictures using only the photo mode so you could see the whole process instead of just the composition. As these pictures took much longer to take, I've picked my favourite 3 to make this video. Now these are always nice shots. Let's set him up slightly to the right, I think. I'll let him catch his breath. Oh, it's not letting me. I do need to be a bit closer. Set him, just can't quite get it right, because with the grid, the rule of thirds, you don't necessarily have to be on one of the intersections. It's always a strong point to put someone on one of these, because for some reason in your mind you associate it as a strong point, a strong position. So you will notice something in one of those areas. And oh, this is an interesting setup, because to balance it, I've got the tree in the top right intersection, the mountain in the top left, the subject, which is Joel, in the bottom right, and then nothing in the bottom left. I mean, there's some rocks, so a bit of texture, but not a great deal. But what I'd like to do is have a little bit more intimate, and I'm actually setting him about midpoint, so his head midpoint on the left third. So now we need to have a look at well, we're going to reset everything and try again. So nuked was a interesting filter, but I think blue is where we want on this, just to emphasize the cold. And I don't need a great deal, maybe about there. I definitely feel it needs an increase in brightness, maybe a touch on sharpness, and then drop the saturation. Not too much, because you can see it's almost getting a green hue. It almost looks like nighttime now, which is not what I need. Which may be that the filter's too strong, but it's only on 9. So I think we're fine there. So we can just bring a bit more colour into it. Let's have a look at that. The jeans aren't too extreme. The hand is a little bit pink, but we can get away with that because it's cold. I don't feel it's particularly balanced. So we're going to drop down a bit more. Although the problem with that, I'm trying not to cut out the feet and give him a little bit of space, but not too much. It doesn't need a great deal, because he's looking forward and it's more comfortable to see where a person is looking. So I feel that still works. He's still on the third, so it's a strong position, but the mountain isn't dominated by him. I'm tempted to add a little bit more filter. I'm going to hide the menu while I do that. And what I'm looking at when I'm setting this is actually the snow in the shadow. So not so much on the tree, but in the ground. Because if you look on the extreme, not really a fan of that. It's too much. I want it to look quite clean. But still in the shadows have hints of blue. So that's where I'm aiming for. 15. There we go. I'm just looking around. It's almost giving a bit of a silvery effect to the sky. So I'm going to just grab that picture. And then before I go, adjust these so they don't affect my decision making when it comes to the next picture. So I'm going to see if I can work with these. Probably something like that. Going for the old 45° up. Yeah, I can't get any deeper than that, I don't believe. I'd love it if I could capture that as well, but the road is in the way. Now I'm just going through the flakes. Don't want to obscure her too much. Oh, that's kind of interesting actually. So again, I'm going to just reset that. Reset the filter and let's see. Oh, and the vignettes. And let's see what we can do with these. I mean, that most certainly wouldn't work.
There's some bad light.
Oh, 100%. But that's because I had the vignette on there. Because sepia and warm, they would just make it look like a more like a desert type scene. That's interesting. Give it a bit of an unusual feel to it. It's a bit of a dust cloud effect. If we can apply it quite subtly, somewhere around there. Now there's a little bit of noise. So if you look in the shadow that's just below the banner, you'll see almost like a rainbow effect in there. I don't know if you can see on this. It doesn't appear so much on the stream, but I can see this. I mean, I'm hoping the drop in saturation will help. No, it still looks really dirty. But we're going to stick with it. Going to increase the brightness a touch. But I'm not too keen on the beast one. Gridlocked works quite well. Blacklight is a little too dark, considering I've just adjusted the...
No, I can't see it.
No. Oh, that's good. Trinity. There's not really enough colour to work with that, but Pusher I like. I'm going to drop its intensity quite low. There's a saturation at 18. So I'm going to stick at 17. Do I need to adjust the brightness a little? Because I do feel that vignette is needed. Again, drop the intensity. a lot. Let's stick at 2%. Actually, just to see where it is. It's got quite a nice feather effect on this. Now let's drop the intensity. It's not taking up so much of the screen, but still focusing, because she's quite a small subject in this image. I'm thinking 3 is where we're going with this. So let's hide the menu. So look at the grid. She's still slightly higher, because her hand is the main feature, so I want to make her as central as possible in the image, simply because that's the most powerful position in a picture, any photo. Which is why the majority of us, when we're just taking snaps, for example, we always frame whatever we want the picture to be in the middle of the frame. So it's a very valid technique. A lot of photographers will say they use rule of thirds, Fibonacci, or the golden ratio, or like the diagonals or something like that, but that works. Oh, and you've also got the triangles. There's loads of different rules, ways to split up your screen like this, but there is nothing wrong with using a central composition when it works. And I feel with the vignettes, it works with this picture. So all that leaves is for you guys to name it. If you can think of anything, please put it in the comments. I want to explore a little bit. This is just something I do. Again, challenging photo mode with the damn orbital. The very unpredictable orbital. So, come on now. Naughty Dog, you should have done better. You certainly could have done better.
I do enjoy your stream.
Oh, thank you so much. Genuinely appreciate that. Because it's one of those things, it's such a niche photo, a theme to a stream, that I do worry that it's not particularly that interesting to anyone who's not interested in photography. So to hear you say that, I really appreciate it. Thank you. I certainly enjoy doing it, and chatting to everyone and just sharing my passion for photography. Because I definitely would consider myself more of a virtual photographer than an actual photographer. I do take photos in real life, but I wouldn't say I'm particularly great at it, because I'm still learning an awful lot with it. Oh, very interesting. I want this to be rather stark looking, so I'm trying to increase the contrast, and the purple seems to be working fairly well with that. I'm not too sure. So I can use brightness to increase the contrast. Let's adjust the colour somewhat, because I almost want it to be washed out. Sort of like that, but the brightness is too much. Could drop the sharpness a lot. Definitely needs a roll. And there. More extreme than that. So that's standard. I'm thinking, get her, Ellie, cat's mother, get Ellie looking upright. With the build-in tilt and everything, I think that makes it quite interesting. I think a strong vignette on this as well will work. So quite narrow, and then drop it massively. Okay, so I can't do that much. And
I've seen your photos, they're very good.
Oh, thank you so much. They are generally quite edited. I mean, generally all I do is I crop, and I mainly do corrections. So I may drop the highlights a little bit to bring out more detail, or raise the shadows to do the same. I may, quite often, I will adjust the roll on it as well, so the rotation, simply because I just didn't get the camera quite right. But I'm certainly learning. I'm definitely enjoying the experience. And when the lighting is right, I do have a lot of fun with it. Let's have a look at that. Well, again, if you can think of a name, shout it out. But otherwise, that's a wrap.
Thank you for watching till the end. It really helps my channel. If this video was too short, I stream every Friday, 8 PM British time, and I add them all to my past streams playlist so you can catch up there. Have a great week, and remember, we say goodbye so we can say hello again. Goodbye.